Hey guys, Ash here, coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. A quick bonus video for you guys, hopefully a lot shorter than the last video, an hour and a half long, top 100 champions that I uploaded late last night, but looking for another double upload today because I wanted to share the news of the day with you guys. Now, the Fragment Summon that you're seeing right now, Walking Tomb Dreng, he is not breaking news. I shared this on the community tab poll a few days ago. However, this is the Fragment Summon champion. He's a pretty cool champion. He has an HP burn that cannot be resisted. He has activation of HP burn, the instant activation on the A1. Really love that as well. And then he has a great heal on the A3. And then the Fortress passive is going to be reflecting 30% of the damage this champion receives back on the attacker. If he has more than 50% HP, deals 30% more damage instead if this champion has less than 50% HP. Really cool champion. I always kind of try to go for the Fragment Summons because I find them a lot easier than Fusions anyway. But I think this dude is definitely compelling enough and worth going for most of your accounts out there. Let's look at the breaking news as of just a couple hours ago now next. All right, guys, so they're adding a reserve vault to the game, and I have to say, this is really cool. Reserve vault, I am all for this. With a new update, the vault will be divided into two distinct sections. The Master Vault, which is AKA what we already have right now. Our normal vault is going to be called the Master Vault, and there's going to be a new one called the Reserve Vault. The Reserve Vault will work similar as the Master Vault, except you can only send champions without artifacts or accessories equipped there. It will have 300 slot maximum and can be unlocked gradually for silver or gems, albeit the price will be lower when compared to the Master Vault. Great. As the champions of the Reserve Vault can't have any gear, you'll be prompted to remove anything that might have equipped with the same amount of blah. So, okay, a new Reserve Vault, they can't have artifacts on them, but 300 more champions at less than the cost of the regular vault to unlock new space. Sign me up. Love this. This goes kind of in that bucket of Plarium updates recently. Listen, they're not huge. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and be like, wow, game changer. However, very welcome. Very welcome. You know, I mean, especially with Faction Guardians, you have to have those champions just cluttering up your vault. You know, that makes no sense to me. I feel like half of my vault are just Faction Guardians right now inside the game. So that's one way. Obviously, more food, you know, area to have those champions. I really love the idea of this Reserve Vault. I have no complaints. I like it a lot. And this one, Hex Rebalance, guys. So we saw this. We've been saying it now for like a while, for like a year here on the channel, that someday, just watch, wait and see, they're going to do something with Hex, and they're going to make it a lot better. And they've started that today. So the Hex Rebalance, aka the buff to Hex, we decided this particular debuff needs some love, thus we aim to make it more useful. As of the new update, Hex will work as follows. Champions, keep in mind, guys, Hex has no ability right now. It's all synergistic with other abilities. So if you have the Hex debuffs, nothing's happening to you right now. That's going to change. Champions under this debuff receive damage whenever their allies do. 10% for single target attacks, or an additional 2% for AoE attacks. This is extra damage, and it is not subtracted from the actual attack, meaning it's not like they're absorbing this damage from the initial target. This is extra damage in addition to the total damage from the extra target, okay? Champions under Hex debuffs only take damage from direct attacks on their allies, not lasting effects such as poison, HP burn, bomb debuffs, reflect damage, etc. But the damage from Hex ignores that champion's defense. So that means, in short, anytime anybody else is damaged, any ally is damaged on the champion with Hex's team, they are taking damage, okay? 10% from single target attacks, 2% from AoE attacks, additional damage, and that is raw damage. Meaning that if somebody attacks one champion on my team who has, you know, 100k HP, or for 100k damage, excuse me, they take 100k damage. Well, it's going to be 10% of that is going to be absorbed by the Hex champion. So 10k, that 10k damage will not check their defense. It will be raw damage. Again, it ignores the champion's defense, the last sentence of this Hex rebalancing. So very interesting here. That could add up for quite a bit more damage. To me, it's a very compelling buff to a really mediocre, to say the least, probably below average debuff out there in the game. Now, who is out there for Hex champions who this affects? Well, okay, Rule the Huntmaster and Thea the Tomb Angel certainly come to mind personally. Those are two champions that have a lot of synergy with Hex. Vildrax also applies Hex on an AoE, so there's some options here. Mithrala is even more compelling now, but Rule the Huntmaster, man, he already deals a lot of damage, right? And now again, more synergy with Hex and, well, even more synergy with Hex. So I certainly think that every Hex champion deserves a second look. We've been saying for a while now on the channel that really, you know, some of the worst champions, like Thea the Tomb Angel, she's pretty atrocious. She's pretty awful considering she's supposed to be a special Doom Tower hard champion, you know? But when they added this additional utility, I actually think those champions might deserve a second look. As a matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and do updated guides on probably all these Hex champions after these changes go into effect inside the game. So guys, what do you think of this update? Again, a small one, certainly, this patch. However, I like it. I like it for a non-feature update. Again, I don't like it as much as maybe the instant artifact upgrade or the AI customization on each rounds. I mean, those were game changers in terms of quality of life. This is not as big, but I gotta say, man, again, the Reserve Vault sounds pretty dang cool. Let me know how you feel in the show notes below, guys, or in the comments below, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.